Hello everyone, my name is K-Hug, you can call me Kyler, and welcome back to the Season 2 Let's Play Minecraft Survival Series. Whether you're a long-time subscriber or you just stumbled in here, I want to thank you for all of your support, so hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. Before we get started, we have quite a few new members to add, but as always, let's go ahead and update our community member counter, if I can hit that button, up to an amazing 186. Thank you guys for all of your support in this growing community. Now let's go add the new members down below. To finish up our first sign here, we have Millicraft. And then we'll head on into another sign. We're almost out of signs here, which is a very good sign. But we also have Douglas G, Strawberry. And last but certainly not least, Piggy Shell, who joined over on the community Discord. So thank you guys for all of your support in helping me grow this community and all of the kind words in the past few episodes. Much love. Now let's get into the episode. Now, if you all were here in the last episode, we worked on braziers. Yeah, the big thing hanging behind me with the lovely lava flowing out of it, just our light sources into our big volcanic-inspired base. And last time it was going to be braziers and banners, but the braziers took way longer than I originally anticipated. So today is, you guessed it, banners. We are going to work on the two giant mustache banners you see to my right and left up on the wall on the other three sides. I did a little bit of resourcing off camera as promised. Look at me go. I did something I promised. I told you I would do it. And we're going to go ahead and hopefully this is enough to at least get 2, if not all 6 done. I'm really curious if it would be enough. The mangrove is actually the hardest thing to get. Cutting down mangrove trees is the worst. There might be a better way to do it, so if somebody's got a good concept of how to do that, leave it down in the description below, or the comments down below. But let's go ahead and get started. As always, we're going to work around clockwise, so we're over here on the south entrance to the mega base, and we're going to start with this one over here. I don't remember exactly how I did this before, but I got a feeling it's going to take a lot of scaffold, and probably more than I got in my inventory, and a whole lot of patience, because this is not a very fun thing to do, if I'm being honest. But we're going to work through it together. Let's do one together, and then maybe 1 or 2, and then I'll go ahead and finish the rest of them up on my own time, or in a little time lapse maybe, or maybe we'll just cut to them being finished. I don't know. We'll find out. But let's go ahead and head on up here and get started on this. I don't want to be directly beneath it. I want to be kind of out and away. So we're going to go here. We're going to add a bunch of scaffold. A few too many, so perfect. We got extras to go left and right here. The first thing we need to do is just start with the base shape. Now I'm going to go a few out here in either direction. I think we're in the center, right? Did I put a tower? I did put a tower in. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we got to equip our inventory here a little better. Let's move some stuff around. I'm going to make a mess out of my inventory, but we need primarily the mangrove to start with. What we need to do is build down this mangrove about 5 or so blocks, and then we'll kind of taper it in like we did before, very carefully. So we're going to start by just putting a few of these guys in here, and I'm going to try to limit actually the amount of solid stem blocks, or the wood themselves, these guys, the logs, because they are the most expensive part of this whole build. The planks, obviously, we can make more of those easily, so let's just be sparing with the mangrove itself. I think that's good, and then we gotta remember to, oh goodness, we gotta start by not falling, and just go ahead and strip these on our way down so we don't forget to do these. Now, the nice thing I've noticed about mangrove, the other woods, when you strip them, you kind of have to place them the other direction. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you can see how the grain of the wood's kind of this way. It seems like in the other log types, if you strip them, you have to kind of put them on their side. You have to put them facing like this way to make them make sense. But thankfully, the mangrove is pretty forgiving in that aspect. So I'm going to head down about 5 on each corner, and then we'll taper it down in the center, and then we'll head into the crimson after that. So I think I'm already done actually with this layer. Now I'm going to try not to lose too many scaffold, but when I do this, is there hot stuff down there? I got a feeling all of these are probably going to land right there. And we'll head down a few more here. Again, trying to be a little bit more sparing with these. I say I'm being sparing, and then you see I placed a whole bunch there in a row. Oh my goodness. We're going to go ahead and extend this out. Oh, one more in both the... Out? Why is it not going out? Out? What? Okay, usually that works. There we go. We're gonna go one more in both directions. Why? Is that going up, not out? Okay, careful. There we go. So I don't walk off the edge anymore. I'm getting tired of doing that. And to strip these guys, but it's 2 rows. Oh my goodness, this is gonna take so much more resources than I thought. This is number 3. Whoa. 4. And the last row right here, down the middle, like so. Oof, I got a weird pattern going on here. Try not to make things too patterny. Okay, so that's the first 5 layers down, from the top down, or from the black there all the way down to 5. Now, I believe from here we need to start kind of tapering them in, and then also making it kind of tethered. Now, I might go back and detail the tethered bits later. That's just like the broken up edges. So we just need to go ahead and lower ourselves down about 5 more blocks and get started with the transition here. Now, let's go ahead and take a peek real quick over here, just for an example. So you can see how this kind of the mangrove tapers down in an arch kind of like that, and then this also finishes up. But you can see how tethered the warp stuff at the bottom is, or the crimson, not warp, warpy blue. The crimson is down below, and that's the kind of tethered, burnt, crisped banner aesthetic we're kind of going for. And so everything else is pretty solid. It looks like I need some stairs, maybe some slabs. I've added in some extra little bits there for detail, so we'll go ahead and make some of those as well. But I need to go ahead and start this transition into the crimson. Now, I gotta make sure I do this right. Yeah, you know, I don't think it really matters. It's about being random. We don't want to have anything too definitive, too defined. Okay, goodness me. Let's try that again. I'm gonna be real honest, I just fell off of here probably 7 times in a row and couldn't get the bamboo to place the way I wanted it. So now that we're back up here, goodness, the night has finally set upon us. It took so long to get back up here, but I'm ready to start doing some of the tapering effect here. I will keep some of these solid blocks in the middle, but like right here will be our first break. That'll be a crimson log or piece of wood in there, crimson log, geese in there. And then also I might put one there as well. And so now becomes the strange bit. So we gotta mix this all up. So I think that is a good start to our transition. Let me go make some stairs and slabs real quick. And now we can use these slabs, kind of block that off there. And then I also want to put a stair down at this end. Okay, we're gonna get a little daring here. I'm gonna try to place some blocks as we go. Okay, so that is the ends or the limits of the 2 edges. Now we gotta start mixing in some of this crimson. And then, like I said, we'll add in the tethered bits later. But for now, let's go ahead and just add in a few of these just to mix some things up here. Like that. And if you strip these down, it all starts looking pretty good. It already looks really cool. I love this purple and red hued stuff, or the burgundy to the purple. It looks fantastic. So let's go ahead and continue working our way down. Now we can also, every once in a while, we can still throw in like another one of these guys for a little bit, just for a while. We're gonna kind of taper the red in here. So I can bring the red down a couple more blocks here in the middle. I think we'll start with a log here. Maybe we'll go 2 logs, and then we'll go back into, we'll throw one of those in there and another one of these. And then I might, let's go ahead. This looks like a good spot for a stair. This is one of those odd things that we need to start tapering this in. That's not the direction you're supposed to be facing. Can I face it the other direction? Perfect, just like that. That's gonna kind of bring in this taper quite nicely. Let's go ahead and strip the rest of these and then lower ourselves down another couple of blocks. Oh boy, I almost can't reach anymore. Oh goodness. We're going to just do a little hopping and jumping here. We're gonna bring these across. I gotta get some more planks out. We really need like a double hot bar. This thing needs to have 2 rows down at the bottom so I can click willy-nilly. But for now, we're going to do it this way. And I think that's going to be the limits of a red. That's all the farther I'm going to go down with the red. And then let's go ahead and transition back to some more of these guys. That looks pretty good. Same thing over here. Now, I don't want the sides to be the same. So we want to change some of these depths. So you don't want this to be, you know, those to be even, like the tapers to be even. You want it to be kind of uneven, if that makes any sense. It's going to look real weird at first here, so just bear with me. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay, it's looking good. Let's go down a little bit more. Fire's hot, lava's hot. Oh gosh. Thank goodness for our regeneration bacon. Holy cow. All right, we're looking good. I think we've gotten a little carried away, maybe just a smidge with this edge over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, oh, see, I don't like how we have that angle all the way through, and then the same one here, it's kind of looking the same. So I might, let's leave it. We'll see how we like it. But we're going to bring these down a few, and then I think I'm going to take some stairs, and we're going to break up this final little portion here. Now, gotta be careful. Like that, and then maybe we'll bring a stair down, and then the same thing right there. Let's break those up, and let's go ahead and check our size. That's gonna be the last thing, is like how big do we do the other ones? We're gonna leave that last scaffold there. Let's pick up all our pieces, not touching the lava. Nailed it. And let's just go see how low this is on this side and compare it. I think, okay, you can see how much we drug this out. It's kind of like down on like 74-ish. So if I fly around the corner, we're kind of on 76. We got to come down 2 more, but let's just check it out from a distance. Yeah, much more prominent up there. We got to get this to hang down about in there. So in order to do that, we'll have to remove some of the steps and stuff, and maybe just extend a few of these. I think we'll extend this side like 2 more, and then right here 2 more, and then just kind of lengthen this out so it comes down to about 74. Let's go ahead and set ourselves like a 74 block, just to, so the ends all are roughly the same. It's like right in there. That should be the bottom. We stand back. Yeah, we gotta come down a couple more and definitely widen this side. It's gotten kind of droops in real sharp. I don't really like that. This side kind of looks pretty rounded. I kind of like the way that one came out, but we got to fix this side a little bit, bring some more areas down, and then we'll go back and we'll add some stairs and slabs kind of mixed throughout just to break it up. All right, we'll stand back one more time, and that's the new shape. Ooh, okay, so now I'm seeing another problem. We got to lower that side down right there and then break up the pieces. I think that'll make it all pretty similar. Maybe I'll reduce a little bit of that. Let's take a couple blocks off of the mangrove up there, and then extend this crimson down maybe 2 blocks, and then put the stair on there. I think that might bring it all together quite nicely. Okay, I'm liking that shape a lot more. I think that looks a lot better. Now, what we got to do is we got to add some of these broken bits. And so just for a quick clarification, the broken bits are like that. Just the little pockets, the little holes, the little divots, some light shining through in some places, just to show that it's kind of crisped up. It's been burnt, tethered, worn from the weather, and worn from the lava. Yes, the volcano bits that are kind of melting away the bottom bits of these banners. So let's go ahead and go back to the other side real quick. We can make those modifications. Now, when breaking this up, all we're going to do is we're just going to start punching out some holes, like a couple here and a couple there, and then we're going to replace these with just an assortment of stairs and slabs. So I think up here on this one, we'll go a stair there, maybe a slab in here. Again, this is all about just kind of being random. I like to do this kind of with everything that I build. Just if you just make things strange, it ends up looking pretty good. I think I like the way that looks. We'll cap that off, put a stair in this one. I'm thinking about just a whole stair in there, and then I think that's good for that layer. We'll go down to the next floor here. I'm going to add a double stair for a divot. And then I might get rid of something weird here. Let's go with like this one. That one might be cool character-wise because that little edge right there. And then maybe one more somewhere down in this region. Oh, maybe, I don't know. I think this one right there. It's not in line with anything else, so let's go ahead and we're going to put this one on upside down just so it doesn't match the one next to it. We'll go like that. Push the block out, and we can go ahead and lower ourselves all the way down, and don't forget to collect all of our bits that we can't pick up because our inventory is full. Perfect. As expected. Is there anything I can get rid of that I don't necessarily need? You know what? The dirt's gonna go. The dirt's gotta go. We got plenty of dirt, so let's go ahead and just dump that and make sure we got the rest of our pieces picked up. And that is a banner officially done. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna get that one done, and then we'll go back and we'll mustache see both these guys. I'm gonna take a quick second and just stand back because I feel like this one's not down as deep as that one. So maybe the, ooh, okay, so I can already tell the mangrove comes down quite a bit farther on the right side than the left side. Because I felt like I was tapering down. I wasn't anywhere close to our 74 mark there. I got a long ways to taper in. So hopefully that helps us in the long run. I can bring a couple more of these in and then really taper that one strong on the inside there. I'm gonna go ahead and keep tapering it out with this crimson, and hopefully that'll look good. We gotta make sure we don't have any night terrors spawning. Looks like we're okay for a couple more evenings. Getting close though, and then we'll go back and I'll add in the broken tethered bits, and then we can get back onto the mustache. Okay, mine is being tattered up. I actually think I like this banner more. It's much more droopy than this. This one seems a little wider and less long, and this one seems real narrow and lengthy. Now, we don't want them to be the same, so maybe this is a cool aesthetic. I might go ahead and do one quick modification. I'm gonna head back to that one. I'm gonna lower it down just maybe 2 blocks on one there, and then that'll look pretty good. And then I'm gonna go through and add these tethered bits like I said before, and we should be looking pretty good. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update of the thought process here. It's a lot of place a ton of blocks, stand back, stare at it, and then break a bunch of blocks and replace them. Okay, one last peek, and there we go. 2 tethered banners. Wow, we are pushing right through these. Amazing. Now, it is time for the mustaches, which I'm gonna have to go get a reference because I haven't made one of these banners in many, many weeks. If I go ahead and just land up on here, yeah, just like that. Absolutely perfect. Now, what I gotta do is I gotta make sure I get in the same spot. So the first full block, which is this guy here, is 3 down from the top, 1 off center, and then it's a whole bunch of chaos. Maybe we can go ahead and get like a screenshot here that I can help follow. Maybe we'll see how this works out. All right, here goes nothing. From the center, we were 3 down. Be a solid block, just like that. And now we got to begin with the chaos. It's a downward stair. I've got that on lock. Perfect. Then underneath this stair will be a backwards upside down stair. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. It needs to be placed probably from the back side. Let's go ahead and get our axe back out because there's gonna be a glowstone that goes right there on both sides. So we're gonna have to place those from the back, otherwise I won't be able to get the stair placed the proper direction. And then after that, there should be a line of solid blocks, maybe like 3 in either direction, which means these also are solid blocks. These are questions, not statements. I'm totally confused. Let's step out a couple here and a couple here. Let's go one more and one more on this side. And I think what we got going on here is a half slab and a backwards facing stair. That looks accurate. A couple more slabs and then repeat that on this side. So we have a slab, a stair, a couple slabs down low. It's not looking as bushy as the other mustache. I think it'll all come together once we get the slabs in the back done. So we're gonna have to hope that we've got enough of the scaffold to scaffold our way up right behind this. That's all of the scaffold, so let's fingers crossed. Okay, we're pretty close. I might have to do some like temporary blockage back here. Let's grab a couple of these and a couple of those. And now this stair should go in here like this with a glowstone. Same thing over here, upside down stair, glowstone. Do not forget to go ahead and bust out these remaining blocks and head back down, and fingers crossed that it looks good. Is it correct? Oh, I think it is correct. I think we did it. I think that might be it. Let me go ahead and try to get a bird's eye view a little bit better, maybe of both angles. Oh, we're not gonna be able to get both at the same time. Let's get over here and let's take a peek from a distance. Okay, very mustachular of you, and make sure that that's 3 blocks down from the top. It is. Let's fly over here. Does it look the same? Well, I think it does. Something just seems more narrow on this. Like, it doesn't seem as deep, but I think it's accurate. I think it's right. I also don't know if I like how that almost comes to the edge, but I'm gonna leave it for now. Let's go ahead and get this one knocked out so we can move on. And because right now it's fresh in my mind, I know what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and get this one done. The last blocks that I forgot are a step on the top and a step on the top over here, and that should be final. A provisionary flyby, and oh, it is looking fantastic. All right, so there is 2 more of the mustache banners heading into the south entrance complete. Now we have 2 more entrances to go, 4 more banners, and well, quite frankly, a lackluster amount of material. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get the other 4 of these done. I'll go ahead and get those knocked off, and then hopefully I'll see you guys back here. I've officially hit an impasse. I am all out of mangrove, and this is as far as I've made it, but I did get 3 banners done, which is pretty exciting. I'm going to leave the scaffold up, and I'm going to have to finish this after a long resource gathering montage that I will go do on my own time. I won't bore you guys with that process, but when you come back here, all the banners will be done. A quick check in the mangrove box, and I do have a few. I've got 39 in here, but it's not enough to get the other 3 banners done, or at least the 2 on the north side. So we got 3 out of the 6 remaining done, and now we can move on to maybe something else for a little bit before we get out of here today. Okay, so I used the bamboo farm to make ourselves a fresh new stack of bamboo so I can leave the other scaffold set up. And what I want to do is maybe workshop how these anchors for the ember are going to hold together on the base. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to make a quick scaffold, get up to the level of this thing, and figure out what to do to create kind of an archway in between these pillars at an angle, which me building at angles and on arches and angles together really don't go, oh, you can't crouch on these, really don't go well together. So we're going to try our darndest at something here. I got to figure out how to get this to tie together. Now let's go ahead and just add a few more scaffold in here so I don't miss this jump. Oh, perfect. Now these chains need to somehow be mounted to something attached over here. I could do something as simple as just bringing a couple pillars in here on both ends and maybe kind of tying them, I don't know, something like that, but I don't think that looks the best. We're going to figure out how we're going to tie this together. And like I said, I also want it to be kind of an arch as well. We want it to kind of arch through here and grab these chains and maybe arch both ways. We can arch it from the tops like this and from the bottom and meet here in the center. So these 2 blocks actually are the tie points. I think those are, oh, maybe we'll go down one. Let's go down one with those and see what that looks like. And then we're going to build a little archway in here. And pop those out. Let's go ahead and add a block this way and that way. So that's the center of that little pillar thing, which means that little support there is now hanging on to this whole chain system. And then in order to produce some sort of arch, what I want to do is maybe get down a couple blocks. It's going to be a really quick arch, but if I can go maybe, let's see, from here, if we go 2 and then like 3 more. Holy cow, we got to get way down there. I do not have that long of arms. Let's jump back on our scaffold here. Let's lower ourselves down. Do some quick maths. That's where that's at. So if we go down 2 and then 1, 2, 3, let's place a slab there, which means also a slab right up over here. And from there, we're going to go ahead and bring that up 3 on both sides carefully, and then we're going to come out 1, top that off, and come up, and then we'll come up 2 more. Just like that. And now this little thing's gonna get weird, so maybe I don't like this as much as I thought I would. I think I'm gonna call it go. Maybe we can bring some braces over. I know we just got rid of those, but maybe those make sense. Let's go ahead and repeat this on the top. I just want to make it uniform, like it's a big arch here. The best of my abilities. I'm not the best at detailing things, so this is one of those things that I'm not too confident, but I would love to learn how to be better about these aesthetically pleasing things. Let's see how that looks from multiple perspectives. Let's get down here real quick. I'll take that out. Catch them all. Come on. We caught, I think, 1. But let's go ahead and take a step back. And yeah, that kind of looks like a little, it's arched here in the middle. It looks weird from the sides because it's kind of like a bulb. But here it's an arch, and up top it's an upside down arch, whatever that would be. Now let's get a good view from over here, which doesn't really, of course. Okay, so I think I like it. I think I like it. These little nooks are a little strange. Maybe we toss in like one there, maybe. Is that weird? Does that make it look weird? Tie it in like that, maybe something like that. How does that look? Do we like that? Ah, I'm so indecisive. And if I did that on the, whoa, the tops, I guess I got to do them on the bottoms as well. So I can just step over here like that. And now let's give this another glance. Okay, it looks supportive. It looks attached. I think what's getting me is the fact that this blackstone just ends. Maybe the solution, like this side over here, is this whole row can just be demolished so this pillar is showing, and there's not this weird black dead-end wall. Let me go ahead and remove both of these, and maybe that'll make the world of difference. I worked so hard gathering this black stone and placing it just for me to take it all back out. Story of my life. Now, does that make it all look more... Yeah, it definitely makes this look like it's part of a structure. Just getting rid of extra bits of blackstone here that, quite frankly, were pretty useless. I mean, they didn't really have any purpose other than keeping everything similar. But, you know, like the pillars in here aren't protected by blackstone. So I think that's going to make it look nice. And actually, now that I think about it, there is like a double pillar here that we could also uncover somewheres in... If I had to guess... I guessed wrong. Okay. If I had to guess now, I'm going to assume it's right. How did I get it wrong twice? Oh, it's this one. There we go. I could also get this torn out and leave these little columns showing. Not sure how that would look. I'm indecisive. I'm indecisive because this is all showing on this side and then it works on this side and it's not reflective on this side. This is just a big black vacant wall, which is really strange. And I had ideas or originally had ideas to have some builds up here, but maybe not. Maybe this just becomes a big open void for whatever we want. Maybe we'll even come through here and put some cool statues or something along these walls all the way around and leave these walls as they are. But I might go ahead and take those columns out all the way around as well at another time, or just test it on this wall. But I'm happy with what that chain thing worked. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other 3 real quick, if I can remember how we did it, and then we can get out of here. Final blocks and the final scaffold removal, and that should be our last little chain lock thing. So now we have a physical structure, or what seems to be a physical structure, holding up the Ember. The Ember was kind of just floating in outer space. This is such a weird vantage point. Hold on, let's get down to this little archway here. But they were kind of hanging from nothing. So this was just floating with random sticks up in the air, and now it kind of looks like there is a full chain system. Of course, I fell down here. Full chain system kind of holding this Ember above inside the base. All right, well, the chains are officially in place, and so that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me today. If you're still here hanging out, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. A little heads up, I am going on vacation in the next coming few days. So there will not be a video probably until the beginning of next week. I do apologize. But as always, stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.